You're listening to Chatting with Flor Moran, only on LA Talk Radio.
Hi, welcome everybody. This is another episode with Chatting with Flor, and I hope you all been doing your homework, spreading love and kindness. And I've been missing you guys the whole week. I love you, and just remember, it's very important to spread love and kindness. And today I have a very special guest, Mr. Real Spit. So,
Hey, how you
Mr.
doing?
Real Spit, hi, how are
How's it
you?
going? Pretty good.
Good.
How you doing?
Good. I'm honored to have you. Thank you so much for accepting this invitation. I know you're very private, but the world needs to know about you because you're so talented. And, I just want to say that I'm very honored. And this is the time that I embrace the kings and the queens. So I'm embracing you as a king that you are for what you have done for the industry, putting your 2 cents on your own way. You beat on your own tune, like myself. So, I'm always short with the introduction. So go ahead and let the audience know who you are and what you do.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? What's up, y'all? My name is Real Spit. A lot of y'all may know me as Teflon or Tef from my older days when I first started out doing music. We've been evolving. Everything's been growing since and getting even better. So, gotta let y'all know what's going on lately.
Yeah, we need to catch up. Gosh, we haven't seen each other for a long time, no?
Definitely.
So,
Yeah, it's been too long.
Yeah, but it's so good to see you. And thank you so much for joining me on this journey that I call it Chatting with Flor, spreading love and kindness and sharing beautiful stories like yours with my audience to inspire others. So tell me, how did you start with the music? Because you're a rapper.
Yeah, pretty much. I started in high school, actually. That's when I really tuned in and really started, because I've always been listening to music since I was a child, pretty much. So I've always had my headphones, and even on the way to school and back, I used to listen to my Walkman. I'm talking about tape days, cassette tape days.
I
used to
know,
listen
the good
to
old
different
days,
artists.
yes.
Yeah, definitely. So I used to check out different artists that I'd enjoy, and then I just started learning and learning. And then it got to the point where I was like, I think I could do this. Like, so then I just basically, I remember I was walking home from school and I had a napkin and I was just thoughts kept coming to my head. So I was like, all right, I just got out a napkin. I was literally writing everything on a napkin as I'm walking home. And that was the first time I actually wrote a rap. And that was when I was in high school, my freshman year, actually.
Wow.
So,
and do you remember the lyrics?
Oh wow! I had so many different. I had notebooks. I had a book called a Raptionary. It was like thick as a dictionary, but it was just full of all the raps. So we would write and stuff like that.
That is so cool. I love the title. Oh.
Thanks. I got basically 10 of those when I first started out. I filled up 10 big binders full of lyrics and songs and ideas and things like that. So then it just grew from there, and then turned to audio and then songs, and it is what it is today.
Wow, well, congrats. And, this is your time. This is to embrace the king you are. And you're a hard worker. You are a dedicated dad as well. And you're somebody that newcomers and people within the industry can look up to because you have also your own record label. Am I wrong? Or
Yeah, you're correct. Real Spit Records.
Awesome. Good job. So it's just very inspirational for other people because they can see you beat your own tune and you don't have to fall with, the rest of the crowd. And I'm honored to have you and also to embrace the king that you are. And you're leaving your positive mark in the industry because rappers sometimes tend to have a bad reputation and not all the rappers are the way are portrayed. You're very unique and if you can tell, the audience how you decided to do your own record label and promote yourself and do your own thing.
Pretty much when I started out, I realized that I had a hunger to just keep creating and creating and creating. So through that, I just decided to actually just start figuring out how to do it myself so I can just do it at will, do it whenever. So I went to school to Citrus College. They had a recording program, and Michael Jackson actually recorded at that studio before too. And then my main teacher, Shout out to Mr. Jaquette. He was actually did Paula Abdul's album, so he recorded that album and engineered it. That was my main
Mhm.
teacher.
Oh,
Between him
wow.
and by about three or four other teachers that were pretty inspiring and pretty well versed in the whole recording in institute and everything. Like they basically had us in the real big studios with the big, huge mixing boards. That we were in those studios with the huge piano set up in there and a quiet sound booth and all that. Like we got to actually learn in that studio that they had like a lot of top notch artists record in there and do albums and projects. So I got to learn hands on with some of the best teachers that I could have imagined to be taught by, because they taught from the perspective of actually doing it themselves. Like they actually did it and physically experienced it themselves. So that was like the best teacher is experience. So I got to
Mhm.
learn hands on with them, and then it just grew from there. I decided to start buying the equipment from school, and then I just
Mhm.
started building my own studio part by part. And now I've been doing that since, wow, it's literally been 20 years that I've been making and recording
Wow.
music, and for
Well, who
other
else
artists
could
too.
teach you better than Paula Abdul's you said the director or the
Yeah,
producer?
her engineer, he basically recorded her whole album and mixed it and made it
Wow.
sound
And that was
to
your
how it
teacher.
is. Yeah, that was my teacher.
Wow. Wow. Look at you. No wonder you are so great with what you do, because I checked you out on Spotify and you have a lot of views. And I
Yeah.
liked, the one that I love that got stuck in my head is like a hundreds. I like the beat. And I think you did a collab with another artist on that. Who's the artist that you collab on that?
Oh yeah, Pulak. Yeah, me and him did a song called "100 Grand," and that was pretty cool. That was a fun song too. We actually
Yeah,
recorded
it
like
is.
about 4 or 5 songs in that time that we recorded that one. We probably did about 4 songs in that same studio session.
Oh,
So that was
wow.
a real fun session.
Yeah, and it's really nice. I love the beat, and I'm a Long Beach girl, so I grew up with you know hip hop and all that stuff. So I love that. I
Yeah.
love the beat, and I love what you did with that track.
Yeah.
Um, so let me ask you, what faith means to you?
Faith is pretty much everything, because without faith, if you don't have faith in something, you'll fall for anything. So it's like if you have to have some kind of belief system in place that keeps you connected and keeps you grounded, so that you're always focused no matter what comes along. Because there's going to be a lot of things that come along in the way to distract us and things like that. But as long as you keep your faith, you can always stay focused and then have something to ground yourself back to keep you focused and motivated.
Right. Oh, that's beautiful. And how God shaped you on this journey called life.
Basically been my everything. It's been my protector, my teacher, my savior, my inspiration, my everything. And also he's connected me to people that are on my same wavelength, that's even helped me to learn and grow and progress and keep things evolving and things like that. It's just been
Hmm.
under his divine guidance and synchronicity and everything. It's been amazing, the connections, and when I look back on how things transpired and how one thing led to another, it blows my mind sometimes to see how protected that we really are, and how loved and
Hmm.
cared for that we really are from our heart connection.
Hmm. That's beautiful. I love those answers. Good answers. And, that's the reason why I guess we cross paths, because the reason I created this is to spread love and kindness. And every episode is dedicated to God on my own way. And He's using me as a vessel. And look, He put you on my way long time ago, and you made a positive, lasting impression. And I didn't even know that you were a man of God. And look at those answers. You see? So He's working your way
We're
in
all
your favor,
connected.
and you're being, seen worldwide. And I'm so appreciative that you're doing this, and I hope you feel happy with this too.
Yeah, likewise.
And
Thank you.
no, thank you. So, if you have a superpower, do you wish, what would that be?
Hmm. I think if I had a superpower, it would be it would be to connect with everybody, because that's how pretty much I learned all my information, was through connections and through guidance and being able to connect with people and interact with people and learn from people and observe people, and people observe me because like my friend circle, we all teach each other. Like I have a group of maybe about four to five MCs that are really close, and it's just like iron sharpens iron. Like we all have our individual skills, but we all connect, and we all have a way to just connect and inspire each other and keep each other going. And then my boy might send me a song, and hey, he has, oh yeah, I just made this song. What do you think? And I'm like, oh man, I love it. Send it over. And then it's like it inspires me to just work. And then I'll send him things every now and then. He like, oh man, that's perfect. I'm gonna work on this. Send it right back to you. And then bam, we got a new song made, a new project created, all through the power
Mm.
of connection.
Wow, that's great. And um, well, you're doing it with your music, you're, you know, listen with your music all over the world. And now you're being seen all over the world with this podcast, and you're spreading a positive message, So you're an inspiration. And like I said, this is to embrace the king that you are. And also, what would you like to share with the audience, that is important for you?
Let's see. I would say the power of focus and dedication. Because pretty much, I feel like once you figure out what you actually like or what inspires you or what you like doing, like something that you pretty much, no matter what, whether you're getting paid or not, if you keep gravitating to it and you just can't stop thinking about it, like the power of focus, like especially nowadays, how we have technology to get in touch and do anything with, we can just talk to our phone and get almost any information now. The power of being able to focus is everything, because with the power of focus, that's how I've been able to do every single project that I've done. Was I literally like have a whiteboard that I have over here to my right that I
Like a
actually,
vision board?
yeah, exactly, like I actually plot out
Okay.
everything that I'm focusing on. I write it all down, and then I break it down into steps, and then I focus on it like a laser. And then I basically see what can I do to knock those steps out. And then once I do, the project is done way before you even know it. If you like really sit down and focus,
Wow.
you
That's
be
what I
surprised.
love about you. You're so inspirational and also so smart. And you've been teaching me some stuff about marketing because you also went to marketing school.
Yeah, marketing like on our favorite YouTube university. there's all there's all kinds of people that you
Yeah.
can connect with. Like I've connected with some pretty awesome gurus that are great with marketing, and I've learned from them directly. So it's like the power of marketing is everything, because that lets people
So
know
you
what.
learned through YouTube.
Yeah, that's one of them, and then
Oh,
a
okay.
couple of mentors that I could name. I could not, but I will leave that for a little bit
It's
later,
okay.
maybe the next
It's
one. But
okay.
I've
You
learned from
you
so many
don't
different
have
people.
to.
Um, But one that I will mention is Myron Golden. He's an awesome
Okay.
genius. He's a inspirational entrepreneur. He's a brain. He's a real smart dude. He knows everything about marketing, and he's connected with God as well. He puts a lot of God into his marketing. So learning from that and in a godly, connected,
So
inspirational
everything is
person
related to
to God and
faith,
connections. Yeah,
religion, God,
to
and
connect.
the
Yeah.
business. Okay,
Mhm.
that's awesome.
You
That's
always want to
beautiful.
learn from people that
I
aren't.
didn't know that. Look at you. I'm learning too.
Yeah, definitely, because you
Wow.
want to learn with people that are on your same wavelength. It makes everything so much better and so much more fluent,
Smooth.
because you
Yeah.
stay on the same path and you don't stray off your path. Because
Thank you. I appreciate it because that has been a journey in my life until now, until this point that, this is like an aha moment because it has taken me a while to understand that. And that's the reason I created a podcast to bring people that are, in the same wavelength, God, love, kindness, because at the end, we only have each other. And look at you, you're in an industry that is so difficult and is portrayed in a way that it shouldn't when it's beautiful what you guys do and the message. And look at you. Thank you so much. Okay, I appreciate you. You really like to embrace you, the king you are, and you're an inspiration for many generations to come. You're leaving your legacy.
definitely, I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's true. And your little one has the legacy to continue for what you're building. So that's beautiful what you're doing, and she should be proud of you, what you're doing, and carving your own path.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, she
Yeah.
has her own song too. She's already started since 2 years old. I already got my daughter started making music and all that. She has her own little
Oh, I
song.
know, and I heard that song is beautiful. So, Sammy, if you can play that song for you.
Although you drive me lazy, so happy you're my baby. And I do it for you. Anything. Although you drive me lazy, so happy you're my baby. And I do it for you. Anything.
Whitest star in my world, flat out, it's my boo bad baby girl. I love your pretty smile, I love your little feet, I love the way you laugh, and I love the way you speak. You say I love you, daddy, that's really sweet. You know you got daddy's back, my little unique. You make my life whole, you make my world complete. And plus you're so fun, let's play hide and seek. I love you so smart, you love the way you think. Your daddy's bright little star, moon in the sea. And you can be my sunshine when rain falls on me, my umbrella from the weather, my little unique. I know I'm not perfect, I wish I could be, but I'm grateful you call me your daddy. I wish to rock you like a baby and put you to sleep, and I'll do anything so you won't have to weep. I hold the world on my back, the shield and the armor from any attack. And daddy gives you his heart is here on his track. So when you wanna hear my voice, just play it back. And baby, just know that I love you. You know I love you. I just wanna be here to hug you. Can you play with me? I would love to. Hello. Grandma.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
beautiful.
That's the one.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's awesome. I love it. I love the lyrics.
Yeah,
Anybody that is a single parent can relate to that, or even if it's not a
definitely.
single parent, just being a dad itself, I can relate to that. That's beautiful. And I love her cute voice in
Yeah,
it.
definitely. She loves that song. She tells all her little friends her name and how it's spelled. She's like, look it up on YouTube.
Oh, how
She's funny.
sweet. You see, that's your legacy.
Yeah,
And there's
definitely.
more good stuff that you're building. And they say legacy is like an ego, blow up. But no, it's just living your 2 cents for humanity. And you're doing it with your own way. And I'm proud of you. So, also, which other artists you have collab?
Let's see. I've collabed with a lot of different artists. My close key favorite artists, like that I work with on a like repetitive basis, are my boy
Mhm.
915, my boy
Okay.
Obi-Wan, Juggernaut Loco, Bobby Be Brave. Those are like my main artists I work with like consistent basis. And
Right.
there's been a lot of other artists that I've linked up with in the past too. Like I've even got to meet Nate Dogg before in my past, Badass,
Hmm.
like a lot of well-known West Coast artists. I mingle with Razcast, one of my favorite artists as well. I've got to open for one of his shows a long time ago. We did a festival over here, and that was awesome because it's basically got to meet like one of my most respected artists, and then he actually gave me props for my music. So I was like, oh, that's dope. I got props from my favorite artists that I look up to, you know.
Oh, that's
So it's
beautiful.
like,
That must have been like a out of body experience for you. It was like doing that, and getting,
yeah,
props from
definitely.
the person that you look up to.
Shout out,
Aw.
matter of fact, shout out to the artist that first inspired me to really do it was the Dog Pound, Corrupt and
Oh,
Dash
really?
a long time ago. Like they're still popping now, but that's what really inspired me to really rap because that was just like when I heard that, that just blew my mind. I was like, oh wow, that's lyrics right there. Like the way Corrupt rap and Dash drop dope beats. So it's like, man, that just inspired me to the roof. And that was since I was a little kid and I'm still
Aw.
like rocking with them now. So it's like it's just crazy how one person's legacy can affect somebody else's, and that person can affect other people and affect other people from there, and it just grows and inspires. It's like an inspirational ball, kind of, you know. It's crazy,
Look at you, and you're leaving a legacy for future generations.
definitely.
Yeah, proud of you, and thank you so much for doing this. So, and what are your future projects right now? I know you have a lot of stuff going on right now, but I know you're working on your music.
Yeah, definitely. Future projects. There'd be a lot of. Actually, we're going to be dropping a lot of songs on social media like Spotify, YouTube Music, iHeartRadio, all those kind of platforms. Well, I have like about, man, I got 100 songs that I have chilling in this this computer behind me that's like waiting that I haven't even released to the world yet. So I've been kind of stacking
Oh,
up through this period of time. I've been stacking up a lot of music and collabing with a lot of different artists. And I'm about to go on like a spree of just dropping songs and releasing videos. That's the next thing that we're
oh.
working on is video work. So I think you can help me
I
with
know
that.
you mentioned you want me to be in one of those.
You know what I'm saying? That's the power of collaboration and connection. One thing always leads to
Well,
the
I'll
next.
be honored. I'll be honored. I have worked on some other music videos and other artists, like we have talked before the interview, and
Yeah,
I'll be honored to work in one of your projects.
yeah, definitely, yeah,
When you're ready to release more songs, you have your friend here.
definitely.
Use this platform that you can release your tracks. And I like to support my peers because I know how hard it is to get the trust and the support. And
Definitely.
that's the reason I do this, with the much love and respect and kindness. And you deserve that, the to be known more, because it's beautiful what you're doing. And also, you mentioned to me, since you're a dad, you're very careful with the lyrics and everything, and you're
Definitely, yeah.
conscious that you come from a woman and you pay respect to women out there, because sometimes, the lyrics it can rhyme, but the anger is released in the lyrics, but
Yes,
once
the
it gets
message.
delivered,
Hmm.
it could be a different perspective once it gets delivered the message, to the
Yeah,
listener.
definitely.
So I love that about you, like how you, do the lyrics for now on, especially after you became a dad. So if you can share with the audience what you mentioned to me, that's beautiful.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's a complete perspective change too. When you have kids, like all of my artists that are fathers and parents and moms and everything that support their kids, like you know that there's a complete perspective and mind shift once you have your first child. It really does alter you in a positive way, especially if you
Yeah,
let it. If you let it, it's gonna like really affect you in a positive way so that you can really think what's important. Like that's what it did for me, is it let me know what was really important and what was goals of mine. It helped put things in perspective. So I know what's something that my daughter would be proud of me doing, or that she would be proud to tell her friends and peers that her dad does that, and she'll be able to
hmm,
spread the message through her friends and family and perspective and things like that. So like that
that's
was one of the main
beautiful.
things I wanted to make sure it was something that my daughter could look up to, and something that she would want to possibly be involved in too, because she sings and stuff like that too now, and she's only 6.
Yeah,
So I can
yeah.
imagine what she'll be doing in the next couple of years.
Yeah. So thank you so much for keeping that in mind, for all
Definitely.
of those parents out there that are careful about those type of musics they listen to, but the beat is good, but the lyrics could be something else, but you're
Yeah,
conscious about it and you're making something different. And I'm very proud of you and honored that you're doing that. And thank you so much for keeping that in mind, because you're helping us raise the future of society, you know,
yeah,
unconsciously with your lyrics and the songs,
yeah, that's true.
So thank you.
Hmm.
So that's something that other artists can look up to, and they can be positive and they can be successful with positive lyrics, and they can be
One thing
what you
I do
guys say, they can be lit.
One thing I do suggest to artists is to always make is you can always make two versions of your music. Like if you create your first version, and you can always release that, and then you can always do like a remix and change some of the lyrics. It's real easy to change out a word or two, and you keep the same meaning, but you still get two versions that you can release, because that's more marketability. If you have things where
Mhm.
it's leaping every 2 seconds, it's hard to market that. So that's another little thing to keep in mind. You always make two versions.
Yeah, well, that's smart, you see. So
Mhm.
it's good to know. But thank you for doing what you're doing, and you're making like a positive impact on, especially on the industry nowadays.
Yeah,
And
hopefully,
you
yeah.
are. So, and I'm proud of you for what you're doing, and um, I'm just like speechless, because it's like, wow, a rapper. I always like rap music. I grew up in Long Beach, so it's like,
Hmm.
it was in my blood, and everywhere you go in Long Beach, rap.
Yeah, for
So
her.
I grew up not that far from where Snoop Dogg released his
I was gonna
his
say that too.
husband.
That's his hometown.
Yeah, and that's my hometown. So, but yeah, so I'm so happy to have you here, and thank you so much. And anything else you want to share with the audience that you would like to, have them to know more about you?
I would definitely say the power of connection is awesome because, like I said, that's why we're here. Everything is through connections and the power of energy. Like when you feel something that's like if you get a good vibe from somebody, there's a reason for that. Like there's because you never know what you guys have in common or what later on down the line you may have in common that can help you guys connect and reach out to people and like you said, inspire people and help motivate things and keep things on a higher level. So that's one of the things I would always suggest and say is connecting. Collaboration is awesome too because everybody has something to bring. Like even if you don't know what it is yet, you'll find out what you're inspired by and what your passion is and what your real goals and love for what you do is. So all you gotta do is just search for it and you'll find it. That's one of the main
That's so
things.
beautiful. Yeah.
Stay focused and keep grinding. You'll get what you're trying to get as long as you stay focused. There's always a way to get.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. And what is your favorite book?
Favorite book? I have a lot of them actually. The Power of Now is a good book. I like. I have a couple books behind me actually. Let me check out. Self-Discipline. That's a good book.
Oh,
That's a real good. I mean, that's everything.
that's a good one. Self-discipline. Yeah.
Yourself. I
If
mean,
you don't have discipline, you don't have nothing. Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. So books like that, like I love books about finances, the power of finances. I love books like I'll leave those for part two, my higher level books. But like I love all
Most
kinds of
definitely, we're gonna do another follow-up episode after you release your tracks and find out more projects you have. So yeah.
yeah, definitely, yeah. Because
And
I love
yeah,
knowledge, gaining new knowledge and learning new things because it's like putting another tool in your arsenal. So like the more
right,
that you know, the more you can do and it makes life easier. It's like playing a game, like a video game and knowing all the moves as opposed to not knowing the moves. It's like, makes it
right,
easy.
right. Um, and what is your personal quote? What is the one that motivates you?
Let's see. Stand for something or you fall for anything.
That's beautiful.
Yep.
Yep.
If you have a good focus, you're good to go. Especially if you focus on God and you keep higher level things in mind, you're good to go. You're golden.
That's good. You see, he's very wise and very smart. So yeah.
Yeah.
So you said you were working on some projects,
Yeah.
but
I have probably I'll probably be dropping maybe like 3 to 4 EP projects, maybe like 7 or so songs, or to like 7 to 10 songs each. And then we have a plethora of singles that are already covers designed, already mixed and mastered, ready to go. It's just a matter of just lining them up and picking the dates, and then again the little marketing plan behind each one. Because what's the point of dropping a song if nobody's going to know that you even did it? So you have to put that plan together to let people know that, okay, this is my new song. This is where you can get it at. And, that's what the main focus of marketing is just let people know what you're doing and what you have to offer.
awesome.
So we got that going. I got some collaborations with a couple other artists. We got some production that we're going to bring forth. We're doing a lot of stuff right now.
Oh yeah, that's good. Can't wait to hear the new tracks. But let me have my engineer Sammy, if you can play the next track so my audience can listen to your music.
Cool.
Shots, we gon' light the whole street up. You ducking on the plug cause you can't pay your re-up. The time is on your head so you can't kick your feet up. The world is going bonkers, we gon' light the whole tree up. Shots, we gon' light the whole street up. You ducking on the plug cause you can't pay your re-up. The time is on your head so you can't kick your feet up. The world is going bonkers, we gon' light the whole tree up.
The world is going bonkers, suckers making me nauseous. Too many people talking, so I always move cautious. Staying on top of them haters, dodging a coffin. Late night, turning and tossing, planning my offense. I take flights from here to Laughlin quite often, so I can stay bossing in a high-rise office. Calculating plots and plans to get knots and grands, escaping plans that lead us to plan. Hoarding all the resources, putting limits on man. What a messed up scam to leave mankind jam. That's why we gotta rise up and withstand. Come up with a quick plan. In the hood, it's quicksand, so it is.
Shots, we gon' light the whole street up. You ducking on the plug cause you can't pay your re-up. The time is on your head so you can't kick your feet up. The world is going bonkers, we gon' light the whole tree up. Shots, we gon' light the whole street up. You ducking on the plug cause you can't pay your re-up. The time is on your head so you can't kick your feet up. The world is going bonkers, we gon' light the whole tree up.
Play around with them, then people will lay you down with it. Come round tripping, they'll probably give you a round ticket. It's closed captions, they don't even make a sound with it. I'm down with it, just know that I come around with it. I ground pivoted, never been known to clown with it. Especially if you thirsty, looking to hurt me, to church me, you gon' have to handle this verse 3 over and over on repeat. That's the way I get my release. That's the way I feel about the beef. I'ma get my peel out, capiche? And you gon' see me ill out the streets with it.
Shots, we gon' light the whole street up. You ducking on the plug cause you can't pay your re-up. The time is on your head so you can't kick your feet up. The world is going bonkers, we gon' light the whole tree up.
Shout out to my cousin for making that beat. Goodfellas music producer. Yeah, he's fired with that. My cousin Sears B, the rock star. Matter of fact, he's one of the ones that put me onto a lot of higher level enlightenment as well. My cousin Sears B, the rock star. Yeah, he's on some higher level mental stuff too. Like me and him connected, the power of connection again. Me and him connected, and like literally me and him learned from each other and went through various teachings that we discovered, and that really put me on the next level was when we really got in touch and really got to explore higher level teachings and stuff like that.
Wow,
And
that's
universal
beautiful.
knowledge and everything. Man, it put us
I
on.
didn't know that about you, and I'm so into spirituality and all of that, and I believe in my God, my own God, and there's a higher power, and that's the reason He asked me to do this, and I'm dedicating every episode to my God, and look at you. Thank you so much. I just love your messages, and your lyrics are, with messages. So let me ask you this. On the way here to the studio, we're talking, and I ask you, if you don't mind, if you can share, so you can educate me and also educate the audience, how it has started, the rap music, Because I know I'm from the hood, okay, from Long Beach. So it was like a venue to vent out of social situations of the hood to society. So, but that was my thing, to my impression, and through music, through art, in a positive manner.
Yeah.
So what about, your input into this? What do you think, how it started everything?
How it started, I believe it was a way of, or almost just how it is now. It's a form of self-expression, because a lot of people have a lot to say, and it's a really good platform, and it's like another level of platform, and because it helps you think in a creative way to express how you feel, your thoughts, things that you see around you, things that you feel around you. It's a way to creatively put that together and project it to the world in a way that other people can connect to, because one song can literally change somebody's whole life. You can hear one song that connects with you in a certain way, and that song could be your inspiration through a tough time, through a trivial moment. It could be it could be your lifeline, pretty much. And then songs too is something about music where it's timeless. Like you can hear a song and it'll take you back to it's almost like a time machine. It'll take you back to a point in your life where, especially if it's a positive song that you like, it'll take you back to a moment where you were at your greatest feeling in the world. It can take you back just by pressing play and hearing a song. That's what kind of led me into doing music, and I think was part of it why it was created too, to bring a awareness and to help people really connect to each other and inspire each other and enlighten each other through thoughts and thoughts and beats and the rhythm of it, how like the rhythm can catch somebody and like music could soothe the savage beast. It could soothe your mind too. So I
Yeah.
think it was a way to just get everything aware to everybody and to expression, like a freedom of expression. I think that's what it pretty much came from.
Wow. Well, let me tell you, you're doing an awesome job. You're an inspiration for future generations. Thank you for leaving and doing this beautiful legacy for all of us, and with your music and your talent. And you're very smart, and I love the fact that you're spiritual, because without any spirituality, we're empty, we're shallow,
That's true.
and I think it's very important to remember that, and also that we're here, like in your case, through your music, you're spreading love and kindness. So thank
Yeah.
you so much for doing that.
Yeah. Thank you. No problem. I'm just doing what I do. Doing what
Yeah,
I'm
but you're
supposed to do.
awesome. I appreciate you, and I'm the type of person that I love to live in gratitude
Mhm.
instead of ego, and no, because ego doesn't take us anywhere. So I
Right.
love to live in gratitude. So whoever crossed my path, they always have something positive or negative,
Mhm.
but I always try to look up, the positive in things, and I always
Yeah.
live in gratitude. And when you came into my life, when you crossed paths through work, you
Mhm.
left a positive impression. Hard worker, dad,
Mhm.
and also you are very artistic
Thank you.
in a positive way, and especially your line, of work in the industry.
Mhm.
So I appreciate it, and I just think like it's awesome what you're doing, and don't stop. And you're putting your 2 cents, and it's great, that your friends support you. And shout out to all of them. I don't know any of them, but shout out to them, and I'm honored, to have you, and I'm
Thank
glad that you
you.
guys support each other in your own
Definitely.
craft, and you
Definitely.
guys are doing awesome. So,
Cool. I
is
appreciate
there
that.
anything else you want to say?
Just yeah, just do what you do. Everybody just do what you do. Like whatever inspires you the most, there's a reason that you feel that way about whatever that is. It could be anything. Um, so I suggest to everybody follow your passion. Not, I would say first and foremost, like follow your passion because it's gonna lead you somewhere where you really want to be at because that's your higher self guiding you and leading you towards something. So always follow that. Invest in yourself and invest in your credit because that can power you and get you to the next level as well. And invest in the people around you that support you. That's one of the main things too, because the people that love you and respect you and like admire you, those are people that are going to be your best supporters, friends, and future family members. Because once we connect as friends, we become family. So I always say inspire, support the people around you, and they'll support you, and support yourself, and inspire yourself, learn, and all the rest will follow. Follow your passion. It's going to
Amen to
lead you to
that.
the right
Thank you.
place.
And how can people reach out to you? Like if they want to follow up, through your social media, how they want to find out, about your projects and your music.
Let's see. I'll say connect with me on Instagram at Mr. Real Spit. So I'm mostly on there. It's like so many social medias. It's hard to keep up with all of them and still maintain a balanced life. So I would
I
say
know.
market yourself on everything. Like I'm on all the platforms, Spotify's Real Spit, YouTube Real Spit. Um, but yeah, connect with me on Instagram. I'll be posting a lot on there
Instagram.
real soon. Hmm.
Let me ask you, and how you came up with that name, like Real Spit. I know your name is Jason, but how you
Yeah.
came up with your artistic name?
It's pretty much what I do because like a lot of times when I talk to like a lot of my fellow artists, they like, dang, that was like you spit some real stuff. I like what you do. Like I respect what you do. It's real. Like so I was like, I do spit real. So I was like, it's real spit. So now I just started saying that a lot,
Mm,
and then it just kind of stuck with me. So I
oh,
kind
that's
of
cute.
it just
That's
kind of
beautiful.
grew on me.
Well, that's how it started. That's great. Well, we don't have that much time. It's been fun, and I hope you
Definitely,
enjoy as well. And
definitely.
I hope you're not a stranger. I hope you keep me updated with future projects. And, we have to collab on your music video. We've been talking about it for the longest.
I know. Yep, time to execute.
Yeah, but I know we all have busy lives, but it's been an honor and a pleasure. And like I said, this is to embrace the king in you. And this podcast is to embrace the kings and queens that we are, that sometimes we forget. And don't forget, everybody, to spread love and kindness, especially nowadays with so many wars and so many things going on in the world and so many changes. But let's hope changes for the better, not for the worse. And anything else you want to add to it?
Love, life, and light. Enjoy it.
Yes. And, thank you so much, Real Spit, Jason, for spending this time with me. Appreciate you.
Likewise.
And thank you. The honor has been mine. You know that. I respect you and I admire your music and your, whole persona, like hard worker, professional, respectful gentleman. I mean, especially in the industry that you are. So it's beautiful.
Yeah,
and thank you. And keep being who you are. And shoot for the stars, my friend, and appreciate you. And, see you next time with future projects. Don't forget about your girl here. I'm here to support my peers in a positive light. And any shout outs you want to do for your friends or family?
As a matter of fact, shout out, first and foremost, my family. They always looking out for me, always supporting me, always got my back. Likewise, I love y'all to the moon and back. Shout out to my baby girl who's in the song. Y'all got to hear a little bit of that. Shout out to you, Flor, for keeping it real all these years and always, looking out and reaching out. Shout out to God, my Savior, first and foremost, for connecting everything and keeping us protected and inspired. And shout out to everybody, and keep doing what you do. You're going to get there. What you do, keep focus. You'll get it.
Just remember, you're seen worldwide. So any message for the world?
Walk in love as much as possible. Everything else is small compared to that. Need that love first. First starts with ourselves, then it starts with other people, then it starts with the world and what we do. So gotta start with that. Gotta walk in that.
Yeah, amen. And thank you so much. Thanks you too for keeping it real all this time and for being so down to earth. And you always been an inspiration as well to keep it real. And always hustling, grinding, like you say. I always remember that. We always have to keep a hustle.
Yeah,
so, in a good way, in a positive way. Yes.
Definitely.
So thank you so much. It's an honor. And don't forget to spread love and kindness to everybody out there because it's much needed. And see you next time. And thank you for spending another Sunday afternoon with Chatting with Flor and Real Spit. See ya.
Take care.
You're listening to Chatting with Flor Moran, only on LA Talk Radio.